Hello, and welcome to the Daily Lab, a semi-short, semi-daily, unedited documentation of my learning and experience in everything IT. In this video, we'll be exploring the over-the-wire war games, specifically the Bandit war game. This Over the Wire is a website at overthewire.org that allows you to challenge your skills in Linux, starting from the basics and going through to different difficulties. We will be starting with Bandit today and Bandit level 0. Let's get to it. So, if you're going to go to the, if you wanted to start, you need to go to overthewire.org, wargames and Bandit, as you just saw. We're going to make a directory for all of the games here. Going to do a make dir. We're going to do over the wire. Let's do a over the wire, and then let's do Bandit. And ls. Awesome. All right, let's do this. Going to cd into over the wire. Awesome. Perfect. All right, so the Bandit war game is aimed at absolute beginners. It will teach the basics needed to be able to play other war games. If you notice something essential is missing or have ideas for new levels, please let us know. Now here's just some notes for beginners. Like most games are organized into levels, blah, 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 finish, blah, 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 blah. You can go ahead and pause the video if you want to read all of this, but I will actually be skipping over this. So you want to pause? Pause now. Okay, so we're going to start at level 0. You're going to shorten this window so that it is a little bit easier to work with here. Okay, the goal of this level is for you to log into the game using SSH. The host to which you need to connect is bandit.labs.overthewire.org on port 2220. The username is bandit0 and the password is bandit0. Once logged in, go to the level 1 page to find out how to beat level 1. So actually I can echo bandit0 into bandit/bandit0. cd into bandit ls. Boom, you got bandit 0. If you cat bandit 0, you have the password for bandit 0. Okay, so I have saw something. We are going to start with SSH. Now I had seen something about SSH pass. SSH pass can be installed. So let's install SSH pass. Now what SSH pass allows you to do, what SSH pass allows you to do, and I actually found this from John Hammond's video on the Bandit war games, is allows you to actually just auto input the password based off of the file. So basically what you would have the file and you will do SSH pass, you'll do the file name, and then whatever's inside that file, normally it should be the password, it'll just auto put that password so that you don't have to type it in every single time. And I'm going to try it. I watched him do it, but I think it would be more fun if I figured out how to do it myself and didn't use him as a resource. So, I mean, we are learning, right? So let's do it. So now if I do let's do man SSH pass. Let's pass non-interactive SSH password provider. We'll do -F for file name, P for password. This manual page document the SSH pass command. SSH pass is a utility, so do -F, PE options, etc. Please note the section titled security considerations. Okay, so the password go on the command line. We're going to do the -F for file name. First line of the file name. Okay. So let's do SSH pass -F bandit 0 SSH, and now I believe you have to do SSH after, right? I believe this is how it works. I had watched him do it, and he had explained, I believe, that this doesn't actually replace SSH, but is put in front of SSH. So you will do SSH pass as a command, -F and bandit 0, and then you will do SSH as a command. So SSH, what is SSH? Let me open a new terminal here just so that I can get swifty. and SSH. SSH, open SSH remote login client. This actually allows you to connect to other servers by using this command. So that's what we will be doing. You will normally do SSH. You will do the user, so bandit0 at, and the login or the host name, so bandit.overthewire.org, I believe is what it is. Oh, bandit.labs. Labs.overthewire.org. So that should take us to bandit0. The goal of which is login, blah, 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 blah. The host to which you need to connect is bandit.labs.overthewire.org. The username is bandit, so we've got all of that, the username and the host name, or the host, and on port 2220. So we're going to do a -p for 2220. Now, if you don't know that you're supposed to use a -p, always revert back to that mand command. And actually, if I pull up the other one, this SSH, you should see it here. If I do /port, it'll show you where it says host -p for port. So that's where I got that. Okay. Let's do this. And let's see if it works. Yeah, and we logged in. So look at that. So we actually used the SSH pass command correctly because I was not prompted for a password. Once logged in, go to level 1 page to find out how to beat level 1. So that's it for this video. I know that was super duper short, but I'm only going to do these one level at a time. Again, for the sake of saving myself time, because I am very busy. I do not want to take on more than I should be chewing. So every single daily lab will just be a short video on one topic. So this topic was starting and getting to overthewire.org and finishing level 0. So, well, I guess we could do level 0 to level 1 because we should get the password to level 1 if we're going to finish, right? So the password to the next level is stored in a file called readme, located in the home directory. Use this password to log into Bandit 1 using SSH. Wherever you find the password for a level, whenever you find a password for a level, use SSH on port 22 to log into that level to continue. Okay, so it's stored in a file called readme. Now, before we do that, let's actually read a little bit. Bandit. This is the over-the-wire game server. More information at overthewire.org/wargames. Oh, silly me. Scroll up a little bit. Welcome to Over the Wire. If you find any problems, please report them to the Wargames channel on the Discord or IRC, playing the game. The machine might hold several wargames. If you are playing some game, then usernames are some game 1, but that doesn't seem to matter. Levels are stored in some games. Passwords, or if you are playing some game, then usernames are some game 1, 0, some game 1. So that would be Bandit 0 would be a username, Bandit 1, Bandit 2, Bandit 3. Most levels are stored in /somegame/. So why don't we prove it for example? So this is Bandit 0, so that's the username stored in, or why don't we do a pwd, print working directory, stored in /home. The game /somegame, so /bandit. So this is /bandit0. I believe that's right. Or I believe that is what they're talking about. Passwords for each level are stored in /etc/somegame_pass. So if we did, so all the passwords should be, for Bandit, should be in /etc/bandit_pass. Write access to home directories is disabled. It is advised to create working directories with a hard to guess name in /temp. You can use the command make temp-d in order to generate a random or hard to guess directory in /temp. Read access to both /temp is disabled and to /proc restrict so that users cannot snoop on each other. Files and directories with easily guessable or short names will be periodically deleted. The /temp directory is regularly wiped. Please play nice. Okay, so We learned a couple of things here. The usernames, the levels. This is most important, the passwords, because that's what we're looking for in this game, are the passwords to each level. So we need to make a note of that, /etc/bandit_pass, or whatever game you're playing. And I think this is also pretty important too. Create working directories with a hard to guess name in the temp folder. So if you need to make directories, which is a big deal in everything Linux, we'll do it in the temp folder. Okay, now let's move on. This is getting a little long, so let's finish this up. The password for the next level is stored in a file called readme. So we do an ls file called readme. Why don't we just cat readme? And bam, there's your password. That was super easy. I'm going to exit. I'm going to echo. I'm going to paste. We're going to put that into Bandit 1. Bandit 1. So if I cat Bandit 1. Oh, my bad. Bandit 1. Got our password. Awesome. For level 1. So yeah, that's it for this video. We managed to get to level 1. So we did manage to learn about cat and catting a password. We did pre-WD, ls, super basic commands. We learned a bit about over the wire and the Bandit war game and how it works. We logged into it, and we learned about SSH and SSH pass. So I'd consider that a pretty decent lab for today. So good stuff, and I'll see you next time.